Hello.
Internet.
Not really, since we don't have any right now.
I mean, they're eventually gonna see it.
Eventually.
Uh,
Hashtag this is fine.
so obviously, this is not live. We're having internet issues for when you actually see this. This is the reason why we're not actually streaming at 7 on Thursday.
Wild gesticulations. It's fine.
But today we're going to do a quick one-on-one with Susie for
Hello.
a reasons.
Mm-hmm. For a pause. Reasons.
Yep.
Yes. Yes. Reasons is a good one.
Reasons is good. It's actually, I was gonna have this scene in the last game, but I forgot. So, yeah. So we're gonna do it now. So, previously, Brdigette and her crew had come back from probably close to a 3-month journey out and abroad the Syrill Island, taking care and rescuing folk and generally just being heroes. And the party had made it back to the Eyrie, one of the largest cities on the Syrill Island. And Brdigette had gone out, done a little bit of shopping, gotten her armor polished.
Then immediately went dropping around in a sewer and fucking ruined it. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Decided to go troll the job boards, found a couple of jobs that she thought were worthy of her time. One of them in particular was the sewer that Susie did mention. And there was an attempt at finding the critters that had been asked to be slain, the cranium rats.
An attempt was made.
But their search came up poor.
Poor, aka nothing.
And when a helpful citizen
Fucking shady ass motherfucker.
decided to try and offer help for a meager fee.
Of 50 gold. Hell no, I ain't paying that shit.
I mean, you guys are adventurers, you're loaded.
Hell no, I ain't paying him.
They decided that they didn't want his help and turned tail and left. And I think Edirale, Ramduin, and M.A., who were in the party, headed back to Edirale's farm, and Brdigette headed over to the Candelabra for the evening. And that is where we pick up.
So anyways, I'm doffing my armor.
Okay.
Not clapping it off, though, because that's weird. And I'm just gonna be like, well, I guess everything in here is gonna get washed. So, I will first wash my bits that need to be washed. Probably mostly my feet.
Mm-hmm.
And do some laundry.
Okay.
I'm gonna be very boring and do some laundry, and then try and wash the smell that's currently in my armor out of it.
It does take probably the better part of an hour to about 2 hours to properly clean the armor, especially with the padding. And
Shit's just fucking gross, y'all. When was the last time I washed this? God, I smell!
So yeah, but it takes you the better part of, we'll say, about 2 hours before you satisfactorily clean the smell and the gunk from the sewer tromp.
Now I feel bad about polishing this shit. Damn it. I feel like an idiot now.
Well, I mean, your breastplate is still in perfect condition.
The feet, however, no one look at anything below the knee. Just don't even.
It's not as shiny anymore.
Not nearly as shiny. No. Damn it. Well, I guess I'll go back to my room if there's not a private bath in my room, and just hang stuff up to dry.
Okay.
Because it's probably hella nasty.
Yeah, there's a small, wardrobe within the room that gives you a space to, put clothing that you can store it.
Okay, you guys are gonna hang here and, dry. Dry, bitches. Dry like you've never dried before.
Okay.
And then I will,
It's probably later in the evening, probably 5, 6-ish.
Dinner's probably a good idea, so I'll order up dinner.
Okay.
And I'll order 2 plates.
Okay.
One for me, one for yon ancestors that are not gonna fucking eat it. Brood. And I guess I'll settle in.
And are you at your room or are you down in the main lobby?
No, I'm gonna be in my room.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be in my room.
Okay. So you're sitting there and you're eating your meal, and there's a roll me a perception check, actually.
I don't think you're gonna need to make any rolls. I don't anticipate this.
Hey, Standy.
Oh my god. Okay, that's no, that doesn't have internet.
Remember, no internet.
You know what? We're just gonna do that right now. Bye. Go away.
I did the same thing earlier. Oh shit! You
and I even said no. There's no internet, Carolyn. Why are you using your tablet? What was it doing? Perception?
Correct.
18.
Okay. It really perks you for a moment because you actually swear to God you hear shuffling back behind you, like someone's walking very like they can't pick their feet up.
Is this old lady shuffling, or is this an assassin I've come to kill you shuffling?
Very you would guess from your perception
from my perception roll.
From your general life experiences, it sounds probably more like an elderly person than a assassin.
This is not how Brigade dies, goddammit. It's an elderly assassin. Okay. So it's just... Is it sounding like it's literally directly behind me?
It's from somewhere behind you and they're getting closer.
I will turn around.
Okay. So you see an elderly woman.
Is it Grandma?
Yes.
Fucking Grandma!
She's currently smoothing the bed, the coverlet on your bed, and then she takes a moment and she lifts herself up onto the bed and sinks into the mattress with a my old bones aren't what they used to be.
Keeping the sarcastic Ophelia comments to myself. God damn it, because we're not playing Ophelia right now. I will pick up the second plate of food and offer it to her. Just be like,
oh, you're such a good girl. She'll take it and set it in her lap. And she picks from the fruit and pops a grape into her mouth. And she chews on it a little bit. We have much to discuss, young lady.
Okay, Brigade will literally just sit at her feet, in front of her.
You should go get your dinner. It'll get cold.
It's fine. I've eaten worse. / colder.
Things are not as peaceful as I had hoped they'd be upon your arrival to my island.
Wait, hold on. Back that up and reverse it. What?
What?
Your island?
Yes, my island.
Okay. Didn't realize you owned this island.
Really it owns such as it is, but it's
Sorry, I didn't realize you made it. My bad.
I calmed it. It's a better word to use.
You what?
I calmed it.
Combed it, not culled it. Okay.
Calmed it.
Okay.
CALMED.
Calmed. Okay. Turned it from combed as in I brushed my hair to culled as in it's killing.
Destroyed everything.
Just murder everyone. It's
Where the
fine.
fuck did that app go? There it is. Too many things.
Do the awkward shuffle. Don't you do the awkward shuffle. You do your thing. I'm being the distraction.
Keep scrolling. There it is.
Also, I apologize if I'm really low in this couch right now. My most of me hurts. Like, really bad.
I could have swore. I don't remember where I was going with it.
Whatever, here we are. Anyway, she calmed the island.
Yes.
Not murdered everything.
She calmed the island.
Okay.
Many eons ago, you probably remember it from your stories as a child. The stories of the Calamity. And you can roll a history check.
I would love to roll a history check. Oh no, that's a -1. That's a 5?
Alright. Well, it sounds familiar.
Okay. You probably remember it from your history, Brdigette, who took no interest in history. Sure! Mm-hmm. Yeah! Totes remember! Absolutely, 100% totes remember.
I
the
totally remember
thing
exactly what happened.
called the Calamity. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not bluffing. No, in any way, shape, or form. Nope. Being completely honest. Roll a deception check. Nat 1. Oh, apparently that arm jiggle was just enough for me to hit my 5,000 step goal today. I'm so proud.
Calamity was a great war between my children, the Prime Gods, and those known as the Betrayer Gods.
Man, I feel like I should have my notebook for this, and now I don't. I'm fucked.
You can watch it later. Or listen to it anyway.
Okay.
Before all of that happened, this island was but a raging volcano in the sea. I found it.
Okay.
Decided that I liked it.
I discovered it. I put my flag on it. It's mine now.
I calmed the volcanoes. I laid the seeds of the grass and the trees, and I brought the little animals. But then the immortals came. And they started to worship me. From those mortals, a young man, I don't remember his name specifically, many of your lineage. He was one of the last strong-willed individuals who lived on this island before I made a great decision. And that decision was to help the Prime Gods in the war against the Betrayer Gods. I sent my followers back to the mainland, to your world where you came from. And they were slaughtered. They were farmers, shepherds. They had known no war. But it was for the better. Except that young man, yes.
Okay, when you say they were slaughtered, do you mean people were slaughtered on the island? Or are you saying, like, this is me as the player also asking, because you say they're slaughtered, so, like, did my people leave and then just die immediately when they got to the new continent? Or did they, like, was it people that were dying here on Syrill?
So, she clarifies. I sent my followers back to, I think most mortals nowadays refer to it as Taldore, the continent. When they arrived and they joined the field of battle with the other mortals that were fighting the Betrayer Gods, they, as I said, were not warriors.
Ah, okay. Good, got you now.
One of those young men survived.
was nursed back to health by a young woman. And from there, he set down his roots in a new land. And thus begins your lineage.
Okay.
Your people, your blood,
Mm-hmm.
has always been destined to return back to my island, to take up the calling and protection under my banner.
Calling, as in, like, hey, bitch, get your ass over here, not murder everyone.
Calling.
Yes. K. Making sure.
Apparently my accent is,
Old
causing
lady
issues.
accent, man. It's causing a bunch of issues right now. Anyways, do continue.
I had hoped that when you took up your sprungen,
Rumspringer.
yeah, that word,
Okay.
that while you set out to find this artifact, you would find more of who you are. But I fear that something moves either of those who seek to attack me or within your own heart.
Yes. I'm assuming it's both.
So, you have asked repeatedly for guidance. I'm here to give it to you in a very kind of heavy-handed manner because I really don't have time to wait much more.
Bitch, I ain't got time for this shit.
The center of this island, there is a mountain. On that mountain is the largest tree you'll find. There is my temple. There is where you should go to cleanse yourself of whatever influences that may be darkening your spirit.
Whatever bullshit. Okay. So just, like, go to the temple and, like, bathe in the waters or whatever?
It's probably going to be a little bit more complicated than that.
Okay.
But
What do you mean by a little bit more complicated? Like, are we talking, like, fight through, like, hordes of enemies?
No.
Okay.
I've heard tell that mortals fear facing their own emotions. So that's what I anticipate probably being the hardest thing for you.
How much time do I have to do this?
I'm sorry?
How much time do I have to do this?
Enough time. Enough time, but not enough time to find the horn. For now, abandon that quest. You'll be able to come back to it at another time.
Thanks, NPC dialogue. I love this. If you abandon this quest now, you'll be able to come back to it at a later date. It's fine.
When you arrive at my temple, there will be allies. Some familiar faces, I think. You might be glad to see them.
What do you mean by familiar faces? Like,
One could say familiar faces.
God damn it. Fucking swear to God, if it's that one cousin I fucking hate.
No, not him.
Okay, thank God. Alright.
They will help. And in time, when I know your heart is true, I will be able to provide you with guidance again of what truly moves beyond this realm and seeks to destroy us. Again, with questions, go on.
By us, do you mean like you and me, or do you mean like the mortals, or do you mean like all of us? Like fucking everything.
Me, the prime deities, and the mortal plane.
Oh, excellent. I hate it. Cool. Thanks. Love it a lot.
Roll me a, well, first, hold on.
Before you tell me how much you hate this.
Have you ever heard of the Chained Oblivion?
As a player. As a character.
Roll a religion check.
Oh god, am I terrible at these? I'm not really, but we'll see what happens. That's a 5.
Again, it sounds familiar, but you're like, I didn't really pay attention in that class.
I was, which is sad because I'm trained in that with a +2. That is sad. Yeah, no, like, trying to hear the sneaky old lady assassin? Heck yeah. Trying to remember things? Nah. I don't need that memory. It's fine. I've honed my battle skills for a reason.
Well, maybe you can ask your brother when you find him.
What? Hashtag spoiler alert. Was that the curly red-haired idiot running around?
I mean, he's not an idiot, but...
For the purposes of this conversation, he is an idiot. Until I actually can know... until I can actually prove that he is smarter than me, he is an idiot.
I think he's been on this island for... mortal time is so hard.
Okay, I'm 20 years old, and I've been here for like a year, basically, at this point. We had our first conversation about like 6 months ago.
Maybe a little bit after that. So when he arrived, I think. It's been a while. Usually it's been too short of a time, I really can't put a pin in it.
Time is hard and you're weird. Anyways, I'm out. Peace, bitches.
But yeah, she's like, it was shortly after that time, I think. Yes. He came from the north, and his feet carried him here.
I mean, I would hope his feet carried him here. Well, I mean, actually, that's a lie. You can use a horse now. Okay. Where... So, recap. Go north?
No.
Go to the temple.
Yes.
In this forest, which is by a inactive volcano. In an inactive volcano. Near the inactive volcano.
It's not in the volcano, it's on the volcano.
Cool. Go to a temple that's on an inactive volcano. Excellent. I love it. /hate it. And then go face my fears, a la Luke Skywalker, and
Discover your destiny.
find your true destiny. It's fine.
In time, your allies will join you again.
Okay.
They too have a part in all of this.
Slow thumbs up from Brdigette. Okay, well, I guess if I'm gonna leave, I better, like, I don't know, like, sleep or something.
Of course. I should hope you would take good care of yourself during the journey.
I mean, no guarantees, but, an effort will be made.
You will always have my blessing, child.
And you carried my symbol with you already. What symbol is that?
Can't tell if your forehead itches or if you're actually just face palming at me.
Grandma is actually the one who's just like, right.
I told you, I'm not smart. I put all of my skills into sword fighting.
It's
a big block tablet you have, child.
Okay. Alright, I'll keep that safe then.
And that has the mountains on it.
Yeah, I remember it now. I forgot that existed. Oh. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying.
I know. I know you don't see it. But there is something special in you, Brdigette. And I know that when you find it, you will be a true warrior to be reckoned with.
I just gotta find it first.
And you're hot.
I'm gonna refrain from making a dumbass comment right now as a player. I'm gonna absolutely refrain from doing that.
But remember, Center Island, tallest tree.
Go in the temple, wash myself, and or face my fears, and or both.
Right.
Okay.
She picks up another grape from the plate and eats it, and then as she sets it down, the plate basically just erases itself of the food, and she puts it on the bed, and she slowly stands up. Well, safe travels,
Thanks.
and I'll see you soon.
One would hope.
And she kind of just pats your head, and she shuffles towards the door.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
And she opens the door and lets herself out. At least what you see is her letting herself out, but you never hear the door close, even though you watch it close.
Cool, spirit vision. Love it a lot. I don't even think Brdigette would sleep after that. I think she would probably just eat her food and is my padding dry?
Still damp. Probably got a couple hours.
I'm gonna clap it back to its dimension because it's
Okay.
technically not on me right now. Like, fuck that shit, bye. I'm gonna clap it out of its dimension and gather up my things and head downstairs
Okay.
to the barkeep or the innkeeper or what the fuck ever is here. I'm gonna go downstairs to hotel concierge. Please.
Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. You are greeted, I believe, by
the candelabra if that helps.
No, I remember where you are.
Okay.
Trying
I'm gonna try for my NPC that runs this.
So you
Bye.
walk down and you see there is a sandy-haired man, very nice shaven goatee.
That was definitely a mustache, but whatever.
Whatever. It goes down and around. And he's got his hip propped up on a stool, as you remember that he's missing one of his legs, and he's currently counting out and taking a ledger for the evening. He's got a pair of glasses perched on the end of his nose as he's counting out his coins and keeping ledger on his books.
Alright, I'm not going to interrupt him immediately, but I am going to write my companions a note.
Okay.
And just gone up north on vision quest. Be back soon? Question mark. In parentheses, but probably not soon enough. Or something. IDK, man. Close parentheses. Sign it. Brdigette.
Mm-hmm.
And I will fold it up. And,
He notices you riding, and he stops, and he kind of looks up. Can I help you?
Yes, I'm gonna be checking out, I guess. I think I paid up for the week, or however long I paid up for, I don't remember.
He kind of, what's your name?
Brdigette?
He flips back through his books. Yes, you did pay for a week. I remember checking out early.
Yeah, it's fine, keep the money, don't care. But if any of my companions, come here that are named, and I'm gonna write their names, write everyone's names on the, on the note.
Mm-hmm.
And, so I'm gonna call the group. I am gonna actually, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. We call ourselves Thunderstruck. So if anybody from Thunderstruck comes by,
All right.
those are their names. Yeah, if they come by looking for me, could you give them that note? And if you see a traveler that needs a room for the night, let them have the rest of my room.
Very kind of you, friend. I'll be sure to pass it along. And he actually takes it, and there's like a grid area, and he slips it in one of the grids back behind him. Well, I thank you for your patronage, and of course, if you ever need anything else, feel free to stop by and let old Barda take care of you.
I forgot what his name was.
Yeah,
That's
it's written right down there.
That's fun. No, I didn't. I wrote it down. It's right there. And with that,
Barda de Mowbray.
I will head out of the candelabra and head out of the city.
Okay. So
and
it's
going I realize it's fucking dark as hell, but I'm not gonna sleep tonight, so it doesn't matter.
there is a full moon out this evening, so it does make it traveling a little bit easier. And the initial jaunt out of the area itself is a lot of farm fields, so there's not tree cover, so you can get pretty far in one night. Go ahead and make me a survival check, which I think you're pretty good at.
Okay, yes, I have. One would hope I'm good at that. However, the dice have proven otherwise. Okay, that's an 18, not just an 8. 22.
Okay. So you kind of...
Apparently I'm about to roll really well on things I'm trained in, and also have more than a +2 in them.
So you kind of, as you come out of the main gate, you kind of stop and take a look around, and just kind of get a survey of the land that you can see. And you do realize that Syrill in itself, and the way it's designed, is that you're currently in what appears to be a valley, and around the area itself, it obviously is butted up against a mountain. And you can kind of feel the sea breeze coming up over the mountains. And then there are like smaller hilly areas and slightly mountain-esque areas over, like basically around you. But as you take survey of the land, as you look towards what you remember to be the rivers that pass through here, you also recall in your journeys on the river with your companions, a story that one of the Goliath companions, the Goliath guides told you about, and that the centermost area that the rivers run around is one of the densest forests, and no one has ever traversed there. And as you kind of look up at it, you realize that it is literally the highest point that you can see. So you head off that way.
I am onwards and upwards, but mostly onwards.
So it's a relatively easy walk. Takes you probably better part of a week to get there on foot.
For a second there, I thought you were continuing on with the night. You said a week, and I was like, I'm sorry, a night is only 20. A night is like 12 hours or less, Carolyn. What the hell? Okay.
So yeah, it takes you the better part of a week to finally get to probably which is actually a part of the river that blocks the actual entry into the mountain itself. And is what stands between you and that mountain. Is a river.
Well, can I ford the river?
Yeah, go ahead and make me a strength athletics check.
Hold on, I wandered away from that. I wandered away from the skills check. Okay. You said athletics, right?
Correct.
Oh, okay. That's a 24.
Okay. So you've spent a good chunk of time in your youth.
Cow tipping, chucking boulders, it's fine.
But also just spending time in the local lakes and things like that. So you're a pretty decent swimmer. And as you wade into the water and, splash out and you with powerful strokes, you manage to get yourself probably about halfway into the river and kind of managing to beat the current that does exist within this river. Go ahead and make me one more check.
Anyways, this is the part where you die and lose all your gear. Yeah, this is the part where I die and lose all my gear. I'd say, what is that?
14?
Okay. You realize that the river is a lot wider than you originally anticipated.
Shit. Running out of stamina.
Basically, and so you actually start, going with the stream, but you're at the same time, you're like, you know what? I'll just go with the stream and also keep swimming towards it. So eventually you kind of go like this.
Yeah.
But you manage to keep your head above water, and you do eventually make your way over to the other side.
Okay.
And you find yourself quite soggy. But on the other side of the river, and before you is what starts to be, just general brush, small little thickets, things like that. Eventually turns into thick, towering trees that have vines and thick bushes that very much seem to impede and give the impression that you should not travel here.
I'm gonna pull out my stupid rock.
Mm-hmm.
I say stupid rock. I'm gonna pull out my rock, and I'm gonna hold it, show it to the forest, and be like, "I'm here. Just give me a pathway, please. I don't want to have to cut any of you."
Make me a... Make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, actually, no, come back here. Okay. 19.
Okay. So as you hold up the symbol of Grandma, if you will,
Grandma said it was cool! Mom said it's my turn on the Xbox!
It's really freaky. The way that the trees almost seem to shift and the bushes seem to recede and the vines pull their way up. And a very clear path has been laid before you.
Continuing to hold up my fucking rock. Thank you! And I will traverse into the forest.
Okay. And as you start walking in, after you get probably a good 50 feet in, you hear behind you the forest seem to just close behind you.
Okay, that's not weird, but thank you for letting me through. I greatly appreciate it. I'm gonna pet a nearby tree. I greatly appreciate you there, bud. Thank you. Keep on moving.
So you keep on the path that the forest seems to set for you.
Eventually my arm's gonna get tired. I'm gonna, put it down. But I'm gonna keep Grandma's rock in my hand.
And as you walk, again, you hear the forest behind you, but you see the forest in front of you. And it's like this constant, everything is just going like this.
Yeah.
Where it opens before you but closes behind you. And it's probably... go ahead and make me a survival check.
With advantage because the forest likes me.
$11.
Okay. You're not used to climbing over this kind of... It is a very steep incline. And so it actually does tend to wind you, and it takes you a little longer. Takes you probably close to about 4 days to actually scale the entire way up. And when you finally reach what you assume is the summit, the forest itself seems to let open, and there isn't anything else once you past a certain point. And you can see that there is somewhat of a divot, which you assume is probably the glazed over or rocked over
Caldera.
whatever you want to call it.
It's
of
a
an
caldera.
Sure, I learned something new today. A caldera of an inactive volcano. And from within that is actually this massive tree, larger than even the tree lord in the Feywild, that rises above everything.
Tree Lord ain't got shit on Grandma. Tree Lord can suck it.
You can actually see at the base of this tree is this building. You would assume to call it a building. It's made out of natural materials. Seems to be that like trees have been grown in such a way that they've woven themselves into what appears to be somewhat of a cathedral kind of feel. And as you make your way down to it,
I'm gonna slide. Fuck walking. I'm just gonna like get on my shield and like butt slide all the way down. Right, damn it! Fuck! I keep forgetting I gave up the shield to be a paladin.
Sorry.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. I make terrible, terrible decisions. I regret them all now.
Let's see here. What am I doing? So, oh, I do see it. I was here on my tab. So you, you're like, I'm gonna slide.
I'm totally gonna. Fuck! I don't have a shield. All right, guess I'm gonna slide like normal, or walk.
And as you start making your way down into the caldera, you see two figures actually come out of the entryway, and one of them is in what appears to be some mock-up of like full plate, but it doesn't appear to be very shiny like plate. And beside that individual is a slighter individual. Doesn't seem to be wearing any armor. But one thing that does catch your attention, even from this far away, is neither one of them appears to be wearing shoes.
Okay, I guess we're gonna go full-on Hobbit with this shit. All right, that's fine. Whatever. Let's do this.
And as you get closer, you see a young man, and he has
This motherfucker.
thick red curls, similar to your own, but unlike you and your half-elven nature, he is full human. And you recognize both of them. You recognize the young man as one of your older brothers, and the woman beside him is actually his mother, one of your father's many wives. And he holds up a hand. Hail, Brdigette. Rontra told us of your coming.
Hey.
And his name is Eaglehard. Eaglehard, how do you say it?
How do you pronounce it?
Eghilhard. It's,
God, he has a stupid name. All right, that's fair.
It's Germanic.
It is Germanic.
Eaglehard. We'll say Eaglehard. Eaglehard? I'm not sure.
I feel like we should just name him Gerhard, but whatever. That's fine. Yeah, whatever. Hey. I guess. Glare suspiciously.
Welcome to the Foundation.
I'm sorry. Welcome to the Foundation. Do you want a drink? It's a craft brew place. We only serve IPAs. God. thanks, I guess. I want to roll an insight check on him.
Okay.
Okay, that's not a great number, but okay. 12.
Okay.
12 insight check. Is he going to at some point in the next 5 minutes attempt to stab me in the back?
You don't get that feeling. He was one of the more sheltered brothers, if you will. You didn't see a lot of him when you were growing up. He was kept almost at a distance from all of you, by his mother particularly.
Lucky son of a bitch. All right.
And you've never truly gotten to know him fully, and he always did kind of come off as a very shy individual. But you don't have any recollection, and from what you can read of his body language, he seems very open and very welcoming.
Hey. Approach with caution.
I don't suppose it would be weird to ask my sister for a hug?
No, yeah, it would be totes weird right now. It would be totes weird right now.
You remember my mother? This is Ragna? Mother? You remember Brdigette? She goes, yes, you are such a spirited child.
Yeah, that's one way to describe it. Mm-hmm. What do I remember of Ragna? Roll me a history check.
You can, yeah.
That's a fucking nat 20.
Alright.
With my -1 for a 19.
You remember her as being... You remember hearing from other wives, other siblings, particularly, that she was kind of frowned upon for being religious, but not because she was religious, but because of the fact she worshipped what everyone assumed was just a made-up god. And there were, from what you remember, rumors that she was trying to groom her particular son to take over the throne and overthrow your father.
I mean, that's like for one day it's him, one day it's someone else, one day it's another person. Saturday was my day.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It wasn't an uncommon thing, but there was always a conspiracy that it was some way to erase whatever heritage you guys had created in your tribe.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a lot of the reason why she was shunned and kind of very much outcast from a lot of the other wives in the family in general, is just because of her, what they called weird and out. It was basically
she was like a fucking hippie.
She was labeled as a cult, and everyone was like, "Get the fuck out." But she never did anything wrong by you, and from what you can remember, she never did actually anything wrong by anyone else. So.
You're too nice. Leave. Okay, I guess. Whatever. Y'all can suck it. Hi, I guess.
I know it's probably a little weird to see us all the way here. But...
Yeah, a little bit.
When I was a young girl, I learned of Rancha and where your lineage came from. Your father, particularly, is made of his lineage, of her lineage.
Too bad he sucked so bad. Anyways, that's not the point of this conversation.
I taught my boy of everything I knew and what I'd been shown from her, and it was eventually relayed to him of our destiny to come here. And it's kind of nice to see that another of the family has joined us.
Sure. Not by I mean, I guess by choice. Like, I guess I always called her grandma, and she just, like, showed up in my room one night, and I was like, oh, yeah, you're on the right path. And then she was like, oh, no, you're not on the right path because you're fucked up. So, hi.
Well, why don't you come in? We have dinner. He kind of looks up past the bows. It's lunch. We have lunch cooking.
Okay, that'd be nice, I guess. I am kind of hungry. Okay, I'm really, really hungry.
Come on in.
And he leads the way in into the actual building. And as you come in, you can tell that they've been doing some renovation work between the two of them. What you are surprised to find, what you thought were windows, are like little trees that have been grown up into special designs that look like they're almost like
Stained glass windows.
Stained glass windows. So they've been cleaning out the cobwebs and trimming up the little tree limbs that are growing in.
Just doing some general, like, tidy up stuff. It's fine.
But the floor itself is kind of like a packed dirt. And you get a sense that this was kind of like a meeting hall more so than a place of worship. And in the back, there is this, as you come to realize it is the symbol that you carry in your pocket, just kind of engraved into what appears to be just a straight wood wall, which you actually realize is actually the trunk of the great tree that you see. So.
Pulls out rock, looks at rock, looks at engraving, looks back at rock, looks back at engraving, puts rock away. Shit's too hard to think about, man. I don't want to think about this shit right now.
And so they lead you kind of back into like a small little area, and you realize, and they lead you into like what appears to be like what you'd imagine to be like some sort of dormitory. So there's small rooms, long since having been abandoned, and long since majority of what was ever in them reclaimed to whatever earth and nature is here. But they take you past all of that into a larger area that has like what they've adapted into a kitchen-esque area, with a small fire cooking in a hearth with a nice pot bubbling away with some sort of stew.
It smells amazing after only surviving on raw forest food. God!
And you can, like, yeah, it's kind of set up for a nice little setup, and she kind of said, well, have a seat, I'm sure you're tired after your travels.
Yeah, a little bit. I would assume I'm still wearing my armor, so I will clap off my armor, just not thinking about it. And, like, just put my stuff down somewhere.
Okay. Your brother particularly seems impressed and goes, oh, that's a nice item, I like that. As he kind of ladles some stew and passes it to his mother, and, ladles enough and brings it all and sets it all in front of you, and they all sit down. The two of them sit down beside you.
Yeah, like, did you ever go into the basement? When we were young? How much older is, like, am I older than him or is he older than me?
He's older than you.
Okay.
He's probably 5 to 8 years older than you.
Okay. 5 ? 8 ? It's fine. We'll figure out something.
Okay.
Okay. Well, so I guess this is a weird ass long story, but our father apparently kept a vampire in the basement.
Oh, him.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, so, like, where were you? What happened to you when, everything went to shit in the Great Shitning, or whatever they call it?
I had heard rumors of everything. I took my son and we ran north. We hid there for about 2 months. When word came that the tribe wasn't
exterminated, we came back to see what had happened.
And that's when we found out that old Bloodsucker was taken over.
Yeah, 'cause I guess I don't know how to put it, but, like, it's just not him, but Vester. Vester raised me.
I
And
vaguely remember that man.
he was, like, bald and had, like, a mustache, maybe. He was, I don't fucking know what they call it. I don't grow facial hair. He was one of Father's advisors, I guess. I don't know exactly where he fit in on the grand scheme of things, but he seemed to be a general alright dude, and, yeah, so Vester raised me the best that he could, and I guess, well, I don't know what's gonna happen, but Zakar wants to bring the tribe back or some shit, I don't know. And he's like, oh yeah, you're gonna lead the tribe, it's gonna be great. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I don't want this. But, I don't know.
Well,
Like, everything's complicated, my head is swimming, and, like, I want to go back, but I don't want to go back. But I don't know what to do. And, like, I feel like I can't talk to my, I don't know if I'd call them friends, but I mean, like, these group of people that I've been traveling around with, like, cause I'm looking for the horn.
Oh, yes. He actually rummages around and he plops it right in front of you.
God fucking damn it.
The leader of that city. The big one with the rings, I guess.
Yeah.
She had it.
What?
This
This fucking sucks. This is anticlimactic.
Well, so, if I remember correctly, it's cursed.
Oh, awesome. Cool. I hate it.
And, well, in this temple, there is another artifact. One that could probably cure that and break you from his hold.
I don't know if I'd call it a hold so much as like I can't, like, neither of us can really die.
Same.
I forgot. Forgot about that part of the backstory. Yeah, so I guess that's... Yeah, I don't know if he just, like, has spies everywhere and just, like, knows. Do you know if anybody else survived? Looking at Ragna.
Oh, I honestly didn't keep up with the other wives or the other half or the other children. I was concerned with our well-being.
I mean, that's also fair. Pretty much it seemed like everybody was... I mean, let's be real. Dad was insane. So...
He was not the man I married.
No, I'm pretty sure nobody thought he was... gonna agree with you right there. But yeah, Zakar told me that everybody else had died. And I was the one. And, like, he always... I was always within arm's reach of him. Like, that's always what it felt like. He always had a hand in something. Some part of something. So, like, if there's something else in this temple that can break this curse, I guess, this binding, like, I kind of want to do it, because I don't know if I want to lead the tribe like he wants. I don't know what I want as a person.
Well, this is a good place to start. I'm sorry you had to go through all of that on your own, Brigette. I wish that our family had been a better family.
I mean, it's kind of hard to be a better family when your dad's insane. And, you know, just like, everyone's out to get him!
There were some of us who tried to shelter some, but
Hey, Garbage Truck, what's up, buddy?
it was difficult. And I'm sorry about your mother. She was a wonderful woman.
Yeah.
But that is what we seek to do here, is to uncover the treasure that lies, artifact that lies within this within here. It's what Rancha has guided us for. She says that once we uncover it, our true destiny will be revealed. And she's also said it is a very powerful artifact.
So, like, do we go, like, is there, like, monsters and stuff in there? Like, do you know what's in there? Where this door is? Like, can we go peer down there or something?
Come on, I'll show you.
Okay.
We'll be back, Mother. She's like, oh, be careful.
No guarantees. I am gonna grab a sword, though.
He actually grabs what appears to be a giant mallet.
Okay.
And he actually slings it over his shoulder. And it's comical watching him walk with it.
Thunk, 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 thunk.
But he leads you back towards the main entry that you guys came in. And he walks to the base of the giant carving. And he puts his hand right at the tip of the carving.
Mm-hmm.
And he mutters in old Elvish, like a language that you vaguely remember hearing as a child from your mother. And he starts reciting some sort of, you think, an incantation or maybe a prayer, before you see this line of light shoot down from his hands.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually watch as kind of the wood just like jerk and then slowly grind apart. And it goes, and as it opens, it reveals a tunnel that has what is a general, it goes straight before it actually has a stairwell that goes up. And it's dark. You think you have dark vision, correct?
Yes, I do. Hold on.
It's into 60 feet.
Yes, dark vision of 60 feet.
So you can actually see a little bit into it, but you see the stairwell go up, and it is actually a beautifully carved stairwell. And as you look at the actual walls, you actually see reliefs of what appears to be like what you think is maybe like a creation story of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
It shows three women. An elder woman, which you recognize vaguely as who you come to affectionately call Grandma.
Hey, it's Grandma.
A younger, what appears to be middle-aged elven woman,
Mm-hmm.
and a young elven woman. And they've joined hands, and you can see from their feet beautiful scenery of nature, grass, trees, rivers, lakes, sprouting from them. And leading up into this tunnel, it looks like it goes up, almost into like an altar kind of area.
Mm-hmm.
That's about where your vision stops. He's like, we've been not far, maybe into the next room, but something is supposed to be in there. Whether it is something that will be revealed to us when we've proven ourselves, or if it's something we have to uncover, it's in here.
Wait, how do you know how you're supposed to prove yourself? Like,
That's what we're working on. There are
inscriptions on the walls. There are reliefs. It's an ongoing thing.
Pardon me. Clap on armor. And Brdigitte's just gonna be like, I'm gonna go in and hope I don't die.
Yeah, maybe I could go get a lantern and come with you?
I mean, if you want, I'll wait right here. I'm like probably like 30 feet away. But just like, I mean, all right, yeah, sure. I guess that'd be helpful. Yeah, if you want to grab a lantern. I forgot you can't see ears. Yeah.
So he kind of gives a sigh and he like runs back. You hear his little feet. And after about 10 minutes, he comes toddling back with a lantern, and he's like, how do I? He ties it to his waist so he can pull out his maul, hammer,
Mallet. Whatever.
Maul.
Technically, it is a maul. Yes.
And he stays behind you.
That's maul as in hammer, not maul as in the place you go shopping.
Or to be mauled.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That too.
So yes, you lead the way up the stairs, and you enter into this huge dome. Again, it rivals anything you've ever seen before, and you've been in a huge dome before.
In the Feywild.
Yep, and you're like, shit, fuck them.
Lord Trees ain't shit! Come to Grandma's house, y'all!
And your vision doesn't even encompass, like, where... Like, even with the light and your 60 feet of dark vision past that, the ceiling doesn't even exist.
Yep.
And the room is huge. Like, you... Echo! But again, it's one of those things where you see the reliefs over everything, and you can see what he was talking about. There's carvings of words in an ancient language that you do not recognize. That trail over things, and it comes onto the floor, and there seems to be at the very center of the floor some sort of circular indentation. You're not sure if something's supposed to sit there, or if something magical is supposed to rise from it, but there's a circle.
I'm gonna pull out my rock.
Okay.
And I don't fucking know. I'm gonna put my rock in the circle.
Okay.
Grandma, I know you can hear me, sort of, maybe. I don't know how good your hearing is. Help. Pulls. Lots of love, not Ophelia.
Make me a religion check.
That's a nat 1. For a grand total of... That's equipment. For a grand total of 3.
Okay. You like praying really hard, and you get the sense that your brother is kind of like eyeing you.
Shh! I am trying something, okay? Alright?
You stand
Chill!
You stand there for about 5 minutes.
After the first minute, I would have been like, alright, this isn't working. And I would just pick it back up and put it back in my pocket. Like, no, I'm not standing there for 5 minutes doing work!
But yeah, you don't get anything.
Hold on. I have things that I can do. Fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and cast something. Okay. I'm gonna cast Detect Evil and Good.
Okay. And that lets you know if something is a hallowed area, correct?
For the duration, you know if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of me. Similarly, I know where the creature is located.
Okay.
As well as where the creature is located. Similarly, you know if there is a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated.
So you cast the spell, and within 30 feet of you, exactly from where you are to 30 feet out, is consecrated. Extremely consecrated ground. Very consecrated.
So, this lasts up to 10 minutes, so, fucking making a lap!
Alright. So yeah, you kind of go around the room, and you get like that you're just like, it's consecrated, it's consecrated, it's consecrated, it's consecrated, it's consecrated. Like the whole area. If you just like, you're just like running, just doing zigzags, and wherever you go is consecrated ground. You get the sense that this is a very holy area.
Good news! I'm yelling as I run. The place is holy, so I guess that's something.
Ah, yes.
It's not like you probably hadn't figured that out before, either. Wait, stop. And I'm gonna go back over to him. Can you, like, do the things?
Define things.
I don't know how to explain it. I'm a paladin of the Oath of the Ancients. What are you? What's your alignment? So I'm, like, I guess, a paladin. Well, I guess. But I mean, like, I'm a holy warrior. I can, like, do holy things. And
yes.
Can you do those things?
I am a version of it, yes.
A version of it. I heard virgin. Virgin first, not version. God, I'm awful. All right.
He's like, yes, I am a cleric. Of Rancha, specifically.
Cool. So if I ever need absolution, I'll come to you. That's a good thing to know. If I ever break my oath. Haven't broken it yet, by the way. In case you needed to know, you probably didn't. Talking too much. So, like, I guess your mom is the priest?
She is simply a follower.
How the fuck do you get to be a cleric and she's just a follower? Like, explain that one to me. I have some questions here, sir! Leaning on my sword that's still in its scabbard. Please explain!
He's like, well, as stated, we are of the blood that originally came from this island. She's of Tal'Dorei.
Okay. Alright, well that's fair. I'm leaning off my long sword. Okay, so I guess we have some work to do.
Yes,
around here.
But it will be good to have an ally.
A third set of hands. I can't reach the top shelf though. Wait, how tall is he?
He's...
Dad was pretty tall.
He's probably like 5... Let's say 5'11", getting close to 6 foot.
Okay, so he's like a couple of inches taller than me. Okay, cool. How the fuck tall did I say I was?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm trying to look at my character sheet.
15 feet.
I am not 15 feet tall.
That's
as much
Verity.
fun as that would be. That is Verity, who is 15 feet tall.
No, he's 30 feet tall.
37 feet tall. Well, fuck it. I guess I will find it later. I don't know, apparently it's under description. Apparently I didn't put a height in there.
Mm.
Anyways, the good news is, he's taller than me.
Okay.
So, I was gonna make a joke about reaching things on the top shelf, but, you know, we're, like, almost the same height, so you're a little bit taller than me, but, yeah.
Well, I'm sure we can figure it out.
Oh, God's hope we can. Gods, plural, but now that I know that there's more than one. Anyways.
Yes, they are everywhere. Not really everywhere, they're actually behind the Divine Gate, except for Rancha, but it's neither here nor there.
No, actually, I need some explanations, Brdigitte's going to say, as she, like, pulls him out of the room. She's like, okay, now that we're done in here and I'm done exploring, go, move, talk.
About what?
Everything. Alright, Divine Book. We have a holy book, right? There's lots of books. I haven't done any reading. Like, holy I shouldn't probably say that. But holy fuck, I haven't done any reading. Like,
I shouldn't say holy shit, so I'll say holy fuck.
I mean, I shouldn't say either of them now that we're in a consecrated area and leaving. That's fine, you're a cleric. I'll just get absolution from you later. Or whatever. Go run 20 laps around the tree. It's fine.
He's like, I suppose I could give you some... I mean, I did actually really like history when we were in school.
Leans on. Oh man, you actually got a formal education? Jeez.
Well, I say school, but tutors.
I didn't get any of that.
Yeah, that was back when Dad was a little less...
A little less knee. I'm pretty sure by the time I was born, he was like full on knee.
So he's like, well, I guess we should start with creation.
Okay. I wasn't hoping we'd go that far back, but I guess we have to, if you're going to start somewhere, the beginning is always the best place to start.
The beginning is the best place to start. So he actually takes you back into the area.
And I will clap off my armor, and I will actually go barefoot and attempt to live like the natives. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. And I will, like, unweaponize myself.
Okay.
I am de-weaponizing the mech that is Brdigette.
But yeah, he'll like as you guys come out of the room, the door, the wall slowly, and it basically seals itself again.
Mm-hmm.
And he takes off his maul, puts it down, and takes the lantern, snuffs it out, and puts it by the door. And he's like, "All right, well." Basically,
so in the beginning, things were shit.
So basically, he gives you a rundown of history from the beginning. What was... there are lots of different ages that he's aware of.
This is the age of everything was shit. This is the age of everything being crap. Being other crap, not shit, but just crap in general. This is the age where we invented stuff, and this is the age where everything's fucked up again.
But yeah, so he'll go through that, and basically we'll call it there.
Yes. Brdigette has a lot of learning to do. Education.
So, but yeah, that's basically gives you, yeah. So that's where we're gonna leave off. We'll probably eventually maybe find Brdigette again. But we have a lot of fun. I think Brdigette will have some interesting times ahead. So yeah,
let's check in on Brdigette, see how she's doing. Oh, she's still alive. Okay, that's good. Camera pans away, back to everybody else.
But yeah, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. And thank you all so very much for joining us. We will be back on Saturday, the 20th at 1:30 for the full episode of Tales from Syrill.
Provided we upload this on a Friday.
I mean,
Provided that the internet works for us to upload it.
It'll get uploaded no matter what.
She can go to work and upload it.
That is... right. Right.
But anyway, thank you guys.
You boys and girls.
I went really Australian there for a moment.
Let's never do that ever again.
We miss you, Asmodine.
God, if he's watching this, if he ever watches this, he's gonna be like, what the fuck?
That is a shitty Australian accent. Don't ever talk to me in my country again.
Just clip it and send it to him. You have to come back or she won't stop.
We miss you.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will see you Saturday, the 20th of July at 1:30. Bye, guys.
Bye.